Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar today with Riviera Travel. We're so excited to get them into our network. We have with us Marilyn Conroy and Eric Schmit, and they'll be going through and helping us learn more about their brand and how best we can utilize it with our clients. And without any further ado, Marilyn and Eric, do you want to go ahead and take it away?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Marilyn Conroy, and I'm delighted with our relationship with VacationPort, and I know that it'll make it even easier for you to book Riviera Travel now.
And hi, everybody. I'm Eric Schmit, VP of Sales here at Riviera. And again, echoing Marilyn's comments, very excited to be partnering up and excited to tell you guys a little bit more about Riviera Travel today. And some of the items we're going to get into. Of course, the most important thing is the new 2027 launch and then our exclusive offer updates. So please stay tuned. But some of the things we're going to cover today, it's just going to be a who we are and what we're doing with our Riviera Revolution in North America. We're going to be going over some of our USPs and, of course, some of the awards and accolades we've received. The current offers and specials we have to help you drive business. And then, of course, the meat and potatoes of this presentation is the big major updates we have that just went live today and some game-changing opportunities and updates for our brand. We'll touch on our group programs and then, of course, the tools that we have to help you succeed. And then finish up with some Q&A and then some next steps for you. So Marilyn, over to you.
Okay, well, yes, we are a highly respected brand. We are a British company. We've been in business now for 41 years. And we are, in fact, the UK market leader in river cruising. Nobody outsells us. But we have been marketing actively over here for the past 7 years. And you can see that we're the recipient between both continents of so many wonderful awards and accolades. And in all candor, I don't think that there's an award worth having in the UK that we haven't received. But in my opinion, more important than any award are the scores that we get from your clients who actually sail on our river cruise product. And those scores can be found in Trustpilot. We have a 4.6 or a 4.7, average rating. And you'll find that that is the highest rating of any river cruise company. So we're extremely proud of that.
That
because
is
our
fantastic.
clients do come home happy. Sorry?
Oh, I was saying that is fantastic.
Yes, it is. We're very, very proud of that. And it's important because as nice as it is to win industry awards, to get these accolades from the people who actually travel is more important.
Right, yeah.
There are a lot of river cruises out there for you to choose from. But this is just some of the reasons why you should pick Riviera, because we have the entire departures where there's no single supplement on all categories, all grades. And we're the only company to do that, to have over 50 departures with no single supplement. We have expert crafted itineraries, 50 different ones to choose from. We have over 40 years of experience, and we guarantee your clients are going to be happy. Very, very importantly, we are the top of the premium line, but less than premium prices. And if you take the time to do a comparison with our prices and the top of the premium line competitors, you'll find that we are more inclusive and significantly less expensive. Our French balconies on the long ships are 183 square feet, which is 48 square feet larger than Viking. We are extremely all-inclusive, meals, drinks, as well as multiple daily tours. We do not market directly to your clients, and we can offer one-stop shopping with flight transfers and hotels. And lastly, but by certainly no means least, our ships are built and operated by Skiller of Switzerland, who are world-class builders and who also build the ships of one of our luxury competitors. They are identical. So this is an interesting chart. It was put together by Ralph Grizzle of the Avid Traveler. He's a noted authority on river cruising. This is his chart, but it shows how well we stack up against our friendly competitors. Look at our cabin sizes versus the competition. 183 square feet versus Viking at 135. And even Uniworld, which is a luxury product, pegs in pretty close to us at 193. What did I mean when I said we guarantee your clients are going to be happy? Well, we do exactly that. If by day 2, your clients aren't completely happy, all they need to do is go to the hotel director or cruise director, and assuming we can't fix whatever ails them, we'll make arrangements to bring them home with a full refund. We're the only people in the industry to do this, and I'm delighted to say we've never had to do it because our clients, your clients, come home happy. Revolutionary programs. What have we implemented the last few months? Well, we include drinks throughout the day. We have the best solo program in the industry. The most, I think, incredible group opportunities for your clients and one-stop shopping. So let's take a look at the luxury fleet of ships. We have 13 beautiful ships, 3 new ones, the Rose, which launched in April. She's on the Douro. That now gives us 3 ships on the Douro because she's joined the Elegance and the Splendor. Then we have the brand new Radiance, which launched in June on the Danube, and the sister ship to the Radiance is the Resplendent. She's coming out next year, and primarily on the Rhine-Moselle, as well as some Danube. The long ships, the Emily Bronte, Oscar Wilde, Wordsworth, Hardy, and Chaucer. It's important to note that these take 167 guests, because if you were to look at some of the competition, you'll see that for the same size ship, they would take 190 guests. So by only having 160 given guests, we give you larger cabins and more amenities. A quick look at our ships. I like to say they're traditional glam. They're traditional, but they're not stuffy. They're glamorous, but they're not glitzy. Really beautifully appointed. Very accommodations. This is the French balcony. Beautiful bathrooms. All the bathrooms are identical. Marble bathrooms with the one shower and the rain shower. Well, you can see for yourself, that's a standard French balcony, 183 square feet. So lots of different cabin sizes to choose from. We have an alternative restaurant on every ship, and we have 2 on the new ships, the Radiance and the Resplendent. So that's a total of 3 restaurants on the 2 new ships. Beautiful design, very light, bright, and airy. It's just some selection of cabin accommodations on board.
I love all of the big windows that you have for all of those. It looks
yes, floor to ceiling windows. Every cabin has floor to ceiling windows. And that's a really nice feature in a French balcony because you just drop the window down and you're sitting and you've got all the extra space in your cabin, but you've got the same feature as if you have an outside cabin because you've got the fresh air coming in.
Right.
Anyway, all of our staterooms include complimentary room service for breakfast, regardless of the cabin category. Every cabin category has that. Luxury branded toiletries, Wi-Fi, individually controlled air conditioning, hairdryer safe mini fridge, and what I think is a really nice feature is coffee and tea making facilities in every cabin. So if you're a little bit of an insomniac and you want to get up at 2 in the morning and make yourself some coffee or tea, you can do that right in your cabin. However, we do have a 24-hour coffee, tea, and cappuccino and cookie station. So you can do either. Drinks on us. This is where we have, no pun intended, raised the bar on our competitors. We include wine, beer, and soft drinks with lunch and dinner, as they do. But we don't just give you a happy hour. We give you, this year in 2025, a happy 6 hours because it's virtually an open bar from 6 p.m. till midnight. And next year, 2026, is 10 a.m. to midnight. And that's a really nice and very important feature. And equally importantly, we're the only premium line to offer this. None of the others offer this. Not Viking, not Avalon, not Ama. None of them do this. We're the only ones to do this.
That is a huge selling point.
You know, it really is. And you know why I think it's incredibly important because, you know, the whole idea of being on a riverboat, which is smaller, as I said, the largest one's 167 guests, by design, you're going to meet new people. And isn't it nice to say, let's have a pre-dinner or an after-dinner drink, and you don't have to sit there and wonder who's going to be picking up the tab because there won't be one?
Absolutely. I love being able to avoid that moment of looking at each other.
Well, yeah, no, exactly. And I just think it lends for a much, much more relaxed atmosphere. And particularly, you know, we support the solo markets. And I'll get into that in a second. But, you know, if you're a solo person on one of our ships, I mean, you don't want to be, you know, feeling uncomfortable at any time. And this will help alleviate that. And I think you're right, it is a huge selling point. Anyway, getting on to itineraries, because obviously that's where you go on river cruises to see the inner workings of Europe. And as we like to say, the ocean liners take you to the country, we take you to the destination. And this is something that we do that our friendly competitors don't. We've combined, and we're offering next year in 2026, a selection of grand tours. And simply put, what these are is a week on land combined with a week on a cruise. So right now we've got a selection of 3 grand tours where you do the heart of Italy, and we've combined it with a Douro Valley cruise, or the Italian lakes, which we've combined with a Rhine cruise, or the Grand Tour of France. That's my favorite one. And we've combined it with a round trip 7-night Paris. So these are 14-day cruises, and it's a week on land and a week on the ship. And that's something that we just launched and is for North American guests only and on sale for 2026. We have 10-night itineraries, which are perfect for clients who don't want to go away for 2 weeks, but 7 nights is too short. Where we sail? Well, we sail on the 10 main European waterways. But what we do is we tweak our itineraries to make them much, much more immersive. So we do all the main itineraries, the Dutch waterways, Danube, Douro, Rhine, Seine, Main, Moselle, and Rhine. But as I said, we tweak our itineraries to make them more immersive. And I would encourage any agent listening to this webinar to do one of our dedicated webinars where we delve into the itineraries, and we'll of course explain to you why we differentiate and how we differentiate our product. Theme cruises, many different theme cruises, perfect, not just for your FIT clients, but for putting together groups. Because if you want to do, let's just say, a wine group or a food group, all the extra elements are done for you, or a group with an arboretum, all the extra features are done for you. So combine these theme cruises and market to like local arboretums or to wine groups, and our sales directors can help you do that. So, am I doing this?
Sure. I'm happy to jump in as well.
Okay, you jump in.
Yeah, and just so everybody's aware, we truly do have one of the most compelling group opportunities in the travel space, period. As you can see here, we have our TC program. It's 1 for 7 earned on the 8th, with that 8th guest sailing free. We have half price deposits. We actually pull the space out for your group for up to 8 weeks, physical cabins as well.
Oh, wow.
So you have that peace of mind knowing that you can confidently sell and not be worried about the supplier, you know, taking that space away from you. And of course, we are here to support you all the way with marketing from the RSDs all the way up. And another major benefit that we always like to tease is that it's combinable with all of our public facing offers and promotions. So again, very, very rich group offering with that 8-week hold. But again, if you do have anybody that books within the first 4 weeks, we actually give an extra $100, $150 off per person as well. So a better way to solidify that group for you, so you know there's going to be traction, and then you have the remainder of your hold to book those suites. So very, very flexible group program. Great way for you to earn quite a bit of money on there. And as you can see, just to reiterate, if you take a look at the TC percentage, this is just starting off a 16% commission rate. You can actually sell this TC. So very, very lucrative. It's a great program. So I encourage all of you to pick up the phone, give us a call. We'd love to help earn your next group business. And then solo dates, as Marilyn mentioned, We want to be the market leader when it comes to solo travel. And we actually have over 55 dedicated sailings in 25 and 2026 for those solo travelers. So say the ship had, 80 suites, there's going to be 80 solo travelers on that vessel. That's nearly 1-to-1 staff to guest ratio, which is exceptional. And again, there's always going to be programming on these itineraries for the solo travelers. So very, very unique. And when you're going to be selling Riviera against, the other market leaders in river cruising, be sure to emphasize the value. Riviera Travel is offering hardware-wise almost a luxury product, and we truly are at the top of the premium space, but the price point is at the entry-level premium. So it really is a lot of bang for your buck. It's a great value. So be sure, never sell on price, sell on value, and this is the way to do it with us. And we always encourage you to take a look at your competition, right, and our competition, and put together a head-to-head comparison. We will come out ahead. And what were you going to say? Sorry about that.
Oh, no, I just love the saying, what you just said about selling on value, not on price. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, the price needs to be the last thing you go over,
right?
Especially when you're selling an experience, right, with us. So that's some words of encouragement. And today, the fun part, everybody, because we're going to be teasing our 2027 launch and our new 2026 offerings that went live just a few hours ago. And the major thing is actually the announcement of a world first. So starting in 2027, the George Eliot is going to be the planet's only river cruise that's dedicated entirely to solo travelers. This is solo cruising reimagined. There's no sharing, no supplements. It's just your customer's adventure, and every cabin is for one guest. So we have the full 2027 season open now, so that your customers can enjoy the space, whether it's on the Rhine or the Danube. It's really, really important that you get this out there to your solo customers. And for the advisors on this call, the solo market is absolutely booming. Be sure to capitalize on it. What's it growing? Is it growing 40%?
It's grown 40% in the last 3 years.
So be sure to take advantage. And again, very unique, the only company doing this.
And groups. Our group tour conductor policy of 1 for 7, 8 person is free. We also do on the solo departures.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. Another exciting update for everybody. It's a thrilling sneak peek now. We are going global with our first ever ship to the Mekong. So first ever ship outside of Europe for us. We have a brand new state-of-the-art vessel that's currently being built. And one thing I love about this vessel, there's only 24 beautifully appointed suites. So think 48 customers total. So a very intimate and boutique experience with panoramic sun deck views, authentic Asian and international cuisine as well. Many of our sailings are doing Saigon to Siam Reap, and this is a Riviera first, and it's a new way for your customers to cruise the Mekong, and we're going to be delivering that comfort that Riviera Travel is known for. So that just went live today as well. Very exciting for us. So here's just a quick recap. We are going solo focused and through the Mekong, of course, with that underpinning of being one of the great group providers in the industry. So we are also launching our 2027 season, which is very, very exciting for us. That just went live today. So I encourage all of you to visit our website or pick up the phone and give us a call. We would love to help you out there. And within this, we actually are offering 50% off on select 26 and 2027 river cruises to try and help get your customers booked early for 2027. And in addition, we are also offering a 2-for-1 air component as well for 2026. So you can get basically 2 customers for the price of 1 airfare. This air credit goes up to $1,500 per suite. For solos, the price will be half of that. So it's running now until the kind of early December 5th for 2026. And just remember, the air credits are up to $1,500 for that suite, for that 2-for-1 program. So just keep in mind, if you have a solo, that will be cut in half. But very exciting. So please reach out if you have questions there. And then finally, in terms of updates for September, we have a great gift card program running right now. It's $100 for every new booking you make. That's running, for 2025 and 2026 departures. And this gift card will be paid out by the end of November. Just be sure to do us a favor and register. The link is shown here on the slide, but don't be shy. You can pick up the phone, call us, or email us, and we can send you the link as well. You might even want to include it with this recording after So more than happy to share it with everybody then. And for those of you that are very excited to learn more about Riviera Travel, we have an unbelievable e-learning platform that we recently launched. Just go to www.rivexplorer.com. You'll be able to get registered. We have unbelievable modules that are by vessel and even by river. Plus, there's group sales tips. There's a few other modules as well where you can become a full kind of graduate expert in Riviera Travel. This really will take you to the next level. So I encourage all of you to jump on and take advantage of the Riviera Explorer e-learning platform. We also have a brand new website, which many people are visiting today. It's been very, very popular. And again, we have a new agent portal in here as well. And a great way to quickly search for unique itineraries for your customers. So I encourage all of you to visit rivieratravel.com today. And here are a few more links for you. We have a great internal advisor-facing Facebook page. Here's the link down here. But again, we can email this out to you or just search Riviera Travel River Cruise Agents on Facebook. You'll be able to find us there as well. Another thing too is we've expanded our reservation hours. So with the growth of our Riviera Revolution, we've kind of doubled down with our Fort Lauderdale office that opened earlier this year. Hours are now Monday through Friday, 9 to 9 Eastern time, and Saturday, 9 to 5 Eastern time. So we can help you on Saturdays too if you want to try it. If you didn't have enough time during the week to knock out all your bookings, we are here for you. Just to reinforce the dedicated sales team with all the tools and support available for you, we have great regional sales directors. We're very unique in the travel space where every RSD will go above and beyond to help you. But of course, Marilyn and I are always willing and able to help too. And we could have our team build and develop some co-branded assets tailored specifically for your agency. We have unbelievable marketing tools at your fingertips you can gain access to. And something else we're very excited about is the new booking engine we have through our agent portal. You can actually book your customers online through our site if you see fit. But again, at the end of the day, if you want to pick up the phone and actually speak to someone, you can do that too. We answer on the first ring here at Riviera. So just a quick recap. Remember, our groups program really is the best in the business. Very, very flexible. Our TCs are 1 for 7. We have reduced deposits, 300 for 7 nights or more, 200 for anything less than 7 nights. And remember, we do that 8-week hold. If somebody books within the first 4 weeks, we'll give your customers an extra $150 off per person. And then for 2026, we have our 2-for-1 air. But even beyond that, we have our 50% off into 2027. So very exciting. So please jump on our website, give us a call. We'd love to talk more about our offers. Again, I already just covered these ones really quickly. But now I think we can open her up to questions if you guys have anything for us.
Absolutely. And again, as a reminder, there is that questions section if you want to go ahead and add anything in. I also had a couple questions for you both as well, if that's okay.
Yeah, please.
So I heard a few times that you guys had mentioned the one-stop shop. So as a travel advisor who's booking through you, you guys would actually take care of everything, like the transfers, the flight, everything like that.
Yes, if the agent or consumer wanted that, absolutely, we do the whole thing.
Oh, perfect. That's got to make it really.
Yeah, so we do the transfers, the air, the hotels.
And the hotels don't just have to be, pre and post. In other words, if you're going out of Budapest, it doesn't just have to be a hotel in Budapest. If you wanted to get a couple of nights in Amsterdam, we can do that for you. So the hotels can be anywhere in Europe, but wonderful. It is one-stop shopping.
And that actually reminds me of one point I did not dive into when I was talking about our 2-for-1 air programming. If, say, somebody has a million points and miles they want to use for their flights, we could actually leverage that 2-for-1 air credit to cover transfers or hotels as well. So that's a great opportunity for those that have the ability to use miles and points for their own flights.
Great. Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that. I know there's a lot of customers out there who want to make sure they can use those point programs. Marilyn, you mentioned your favorite river cruise. Eric, which one was your favorite?
I actually love the Danube. It's one of my favorite rivers. We have unbelievable itineraries there, and some of the best hardware in our fleet is sailing the Danube as well. So I definitely encourage anybody who's never sailed, maybe start first with the Danube.
Yeah, you get all the iconic cities when you do round trip Budapest. You obviously you get to do Amsterdam and you get to see Vienna. And what is so nice about sailing in and out of Budapest, it's only about a 45-minute ride to the airport, between 30 and 45-minute ride to the airport, where a lot of river cruise companies will go out of Passau. And that's a beautiful city too, but it's a 2.5-hour ride from the airport.
Ooh.
But Blue Danube, I think, is probably the first river cruise everybody goes on, because you hit the iconic cities and because everybody's heard of the music, the Blue Danube.
Right. Okay, great. So another question I had for you, for me personally, you had me at breakfast room service, but how would a travel advisor go about recognizing what a really good customer fit would be for your brand? Who should they be kind of looking out for?
Well, you know, river cruising attracts an older clientele, usually about 55. Well, that to me, that's pretty young. 55 or average age. Our average age is 59. So you're looking for somebody who's sort of been there and done that. And I tell you, if they've been a cruise passenger, they are prime to go over to a river cruise, because with a river cruise, I think it's a little bit more educational. It's not such a hedonistic experience as doing maybe a 7-day cruise on a Caribbean, but you can immerse yourself into history. I mean, Europe is history. Some of the places you're going to date back to the William the Conqueror, 1066. So it's somebody who's interested in history, in culture, in art. You can't go more than, I would think, probably in Europe without hitting a winery or a castle or a cathedral.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. And again, our customers, they're affluent, well-traveled, well-educated, but they're very curious. They want to continue learning. Plus the relaxing pace on a river cruise, right? If somebody is afraid of sailing on an ocean cruise because they don't want to get seasick, that's out the window with a river cruise, right? There's no big waves on these rivers. We just kind of coast down the river itself. And plus the overnights and opportunities where you can actually go explore and visit a town in the evening and not have the stress of, oh, the boat's going to leave me.
Right. Right.
It's great. Because again, with Riviera, you're an individual, you're not a number. We're catering to just a handful of customers on board, right? Within the, 160 at most sometimes. And, that one-to-one service is great. It really is a personalized service.
It's interesting because I just did a very, very quick analysis for one of our travel partners. She does a lot of land tours, and she asked me to do a price comparison because she was saying her clients, well, I'd love to go on a river cruise, but it's too expensive. I always do land tours. If you forget packing and unpacking only once, which to me in and of itself is why I take a river cruise. But if you analyze what's included on a river cruise, and then you factor in all of the comparable components for a land tour, knowing how expensive hotels are in Europe these days, we came out streets ahead. I mean, I can send that analysis to anybody if they want it. I still have it somewhere, but I just did it last week for her. I mean, I couldn't believe what a great value we are.
Yeah, that's incredible. And honestly, I know from my limited travel experience going to Europe and through other countries that for me, actually having to be in the car for a while was really hard. I am definitely one of those prone to, any kind of motion sickness. So yeah, that sounds like kind of a no-brainer almost to just take the river cruise route.
You look at an average hotel ride. If you look in a B city in Europe, all of the B cities are like average hotel is $700 a night, and that doesn't include breakfast. If you go to Paris, you're looking at over $1,000 a night. So you can take a 7-night round trip Paris cruise with us for an average price of $3,000. And you're getting 2 overnights in Paris, all your tours, and you get to go down and see the French, you go and see the beaches in Normandy, the British beaches, the American beaches, and the Canadian beaches. Obviously, you pick whatever beach you want according to your nationality. The value is there for a river cruise when you compare it to a land vacation.
And the hardware itself, right? The vessels are beautiful. Everything is very well appointed. We have a very modern fleet as well, right? The oldest one is under 7 years old, I feel like. And the rooms are laid out perfectly, right? So it was more convenient than being in a hotel.
Right. Okay. Well, I know you guys mentioned too that you have a lot of opportunities for travel advisors as far as being able to do some co-branded marketing and some learning opportunities. We had a
Yeah.
question come in about Mekong learning program. Do you guys have something already put together for that?
For the Mekong?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only one we don't have the e-learning center on. We are now adding that. So just give us probably about a month to get that added to the e-learning module.
Okay.
But we'd be happy to do webinars for any agents on this. We obviously have our own training decks, so we can give you, information on where we sail, prices we sail, and on the ship itself. But unfortunately, the Mekong right now is not on that e-learning portal.
Right, we're a little too fresh right now. I feel like it's very serendipitous that we got to have the webinar today, the same day that you're launching all of these things. That's great.
Yeah.
So just to make sure, I wanted to see or just confirm with Eric and Marilyn that we can get some of those links that you had provided during the webinar. What I'll do is I'll make sure I send that to all of the attendees and registrants. That way they don't have to try to find it later or type it out. We'll just give them the links for it.
Perfect. Yeah, I'll email that to you the minute we hang up.
Perfect. Okay, great. Well, I don't see any other questions coming through. So thank you both so much for taking the time out of your day to do this. I really thought it was very exciting to learn about your brand. And I'm not going to lie, after taking a peek at your deck, I did actually go on your website and start poking around. So I'm very excited that we have you guys in our network now.
Well, we're obviously delighted to have your assistance because, Riviera is an amazing product. Quite frankly, when you do your comparisons on the cabins and the features, the food and the service, and then the value of the Riviera product, I frankly don't know why anybody would book anyone else.
Well, I'm sold. Thank you so much again, and I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of their day.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks, everybody.